Today, we're diving into the tough ethical choices that get made every single day, right at the very heart of our justice system. So let's get into it. We all like to think of justice in these really clear black and white terms. Right versus wrong, good guys versus bad guys. But what happens when those lines get, well, blurry? What about when a good choice could lead to a bad outcome, or a split-second decision has to be made under incredible pressure? That's exactly what we're going to unpack. Think of it like this. Ethics aren't just some dusty rule books sitting on a shelf. They're more like the invisible operating system that's supposed to be running everything in the background. Every arrest, every trial, every single judgment, it's all guided by these fundamental principles. It's what's meant to keep the whole system running with a sense of fairness and integrity. So why does all this matter so much? Well, it boils down to three huge things: people, power, and public trust. And we're not talking about abstract theories in a classroom here. These are constant, real-world decisions being made by professionals on the front lines. A cop on the street, a lawyer in the courtroom, a correctional officer inside a prison, and even the people writing the laws. Every single one of these roles is just packed with ethical landmines. Now, at the center of so many of these challenges is one single, incredibly powerful concept: discretion. And let me tell you, it is a true double-edged sword. So what is it really? Well, discretion is just the freedom to decide. It's the power to choose what to do in a specific situation. It gives the system some much-needed flexibility, a human touch. But, and this is a big but, it also swings the door wide open for potential abuse. And what's so powerful about this is how clearly you can see those two sides. On one hand, discretion is an amazing tool for justice. Think about an officer giving a warning instead of a ticket to a single parent who's clearly just having a tough time. That's compassion. But on the other hand, that exact same freedom can become a path to abuse, like enforcing laws differently in different neighborhoods because of bias, or a prosecutor choosing to ignore evidence just to get a win. The power is the same, but the ethics behind it, that makes all the difference in the world. Okay, so let's move away from the theory and jump into the kinds of impossible choices that professionals can face when the pressure is on. So put yourself in this situation. Your adrenaline is absolutely pumping. A tense situation has just calmed down, and you have 10 seconds to figure out what just happened and what you're going to do next. What do? This is your partner, the person you trust with your life every single day. That blue wall of silence we hear about, that unspoken code, it's a powerful thing. But you also took an oath to uphold the law. It's loyalty versus duty. There is absolutely no easy answer, and whatever you choose is going to have massive consequences. All right, let's switch roles. Now you're the prosecutor. You're building a case against someone accused of a really serious crime, and the public is screaming for a conviction. But there's a problem. A key piece of your evidence is, well, it's questionable. If you push forward with it, you're almost guaranteed to win. You put a dangerous person away, and everyone sees you as tough on crime. But you know that evidence is shaky. Your job isn't just to win cases, it's to seek justice. So do you risk letting a guilty person walk free just to protect the integrity of the process? It's an enormous ethical weight to carry. So, with all these tough dilemmas, how does the system even try to manage these ethical challenges? Well, the answer really lies in one word: accountability. And accountability isn't just one thing. It's a whole process, a chain. It has to start with clear, easy-to-understand policies. Then you need ongoing training that's about more than just how to shoot a gun. It's about navigating these complex ethical scenarios. You need strong oversight, not just from inside the department, but from outside civilian groups too. And finally, there have to be real, transparent consequences when someone messes up. If one link in that chain is weak, the whole thing can fall apart. This says it all, really. Because if the public doesn't believe that people with power will be held responsible for their actions, that trust just vanishes. And when the trust is gone, the legitimacy of the entire criminal justice system starts to crack and fracture. So we end on this thought. We've seen how complicated these issues are for the professionals working inside the system. But it really begs a bigger question, doesn't it? What does a truly just system require? Not just from them, but from all of us as citizens. What's our role in demanding ethics, transparency, and accountability? It's definitely a question worth thinking about. Thanks for joining me for this explainer.